Hello everyone, this is Nintendo 14. Welcome back to more Paper Mario The Thousand Year Door playthrough. Last time, we recorded a specific spot in the mystical map. This time, from the word of Professor Frankly, we are going to be heading east of the Rogueport Sewers. Whoops. Flying onto this paper airplane that we also got in the last part. And we're going to be heading off to the Petal Meadows, if I can make this jump before the platform moved. Alright, now let's see if Goombella can actually, I guess not. But yeah, we found this pipe. We're going to go in it last part, but we just wanted to save it for this part. So without further ado, let's enter the pipe and enter the Petal Meadows. And also, this begins, wait for the screen to load. This begins the first chapter of Paper Mario, or you can just call it Chapter 1, Castle and Dragon. That'll be the theme of this chapter. Like each chapter has themes. This one's gonna be all nice and grassy. It's always like that in Mario games, or the beginning. It's always nice and grassy, so I wouldn't be surprised if the next areas is all deserted. So anyways, well, here we are, the Petal Meadows, where folks say a crystal star hides. Woohoo! Here we go, Mario. The start of our adventure. Check, doors closed. This is completely awesome. Alright, this is nice and grass. In case if this is where you want the starting point, or your stopping point, then there's that save block. But here's the star piece. I got yet another one. I forgot. I was gonna explain how many star pieces are in the game, but I can't remember the exact name, so I'll have an annotation on how many star points there are right on screen. Like a few seconds ago. Whoa, what was that? Ooh, is that a... Wow, Mario, look. It's a Charizard. I won't catch it one day. Or maybe it's that one dragon from the Wind Waker, which I can't remember the name of. Totally incredible. I've never seen anything that humongous before. They look kind of scary too. Weird. Professor Frankly said this place was peaceful. Wow, crazy. We just started, and already there's intrigue. Come on, Mario, let's go. Alright. That word shall go forward. Do some odd pillars, which we can't do much of. So it looks like we can't go to that tower just yet, because it's all the way in the distance, and I don't see how we can. So we get yet another mushroom. I'm gonna check some of these trees because you never know when there could be some stuff in the trees. So one thing I wanted to mention in part 1 is how I had like the wires from my controller dangling around my microphone stand. That's why you heard the thuds in that part. So I wanted to apologize for that. And I arranged it so that way I have the wires dangling around something else. And, you know, it's away from my microphone, so no need to have to worry about that part. I got that figured out, so part 1 is the only part that's going to be like that, where with the microphone, and I think ever. So I learned my lesson on, you know, how to manage wired controllers and make sure everything is away from the microphone. I totally missed that X command, but we got a lot of enemies here, and a lot of fire flowers, which I'm not looking to be too comfortable about. So now would be a good time to use my own fire flower. Just not getting ourselves in a situation like that. So yeah. So that's obviously a new thing with the enemies in this game, is that some of them can hold their own items and they can use it just like we do. We just use their turn to just do that. So that's something we gotta find ourselves having to deal with here. So that's my first case of me just having to cut, because for one, I see it as a way for me to just rest my voice, because, you know, these videos are going to be about 30 minutes long, and I need some points to rest my voice. And that's a badge up there that we can't simply get. And speaking of badge, we got another badge like a few screens ago, or just like early on this one screen. It's the closest called badge. When Mario is in danger, that means Well, danger is where your HP is 5 HP or lower. Then sometimes the enemies will miss, and so that could bail you out and stuff. And there's one secret you could do. If you hit this specific pillar with eye, or with a pair of eyes, just keep hitting it, and then you get this horsetail. This will replenish 5 of your HP to whoever you give it to. And I think there's some implications on using that involve using that item sometime later. But oh, one more thing, Mario. If you ever find yourself like wondering what to do at any point in the game, just press X and use my tattle ability, okay? I might be able to look up some useful info that'll help us on our adventure. So just keep that in mind. But like, say if this is your first time playing, then you don't know what to do, then in some cases, Goombella will help you out with stuff like puzzles and how to, you know, if you need help trying to advance the game's story. Well, I make it that sound similar to, you know, me advancing plot, but you know, it's the term you'd use, you know, just to figure out how you want to just keep the story going along and just progress. There's not much I could do to arrange that, but I want to give like one trivia that this battle right here, we're gonna level up real soon. But the battle we just had right now, that was the battle that was used to demonstrate the game's battle gameplay for the website that this game had back in the day. It was a really fun website. I really like those GameCube games that had websites on Nintendo. Those are like a blast. But getting back into what's happening right now on screen, we've leveled up. By leveling up, that means we've acquired 100 star points, and once we get 100, then it resets back to 0. But in terms, we get to choose one of 3 upgrades that we can get. We can increase our max HP by 5 points, so we can go up to 15 if we want. Same case for flower points, but from 5 we can go to 10. And then there's also badge points, also known as BP for short. We can increase that from 3 to 6. This will give us the ability to equip more badges, because with each badge you want to equip, that means you have to spend badge points. And so the more you have, then you can have more badge points. And this can be, if you saw my original Paper Mario for the 64 playthrough, then I really enjoyed using badge points, and this was the first thing I wanted to have, which I'm still going to be holding true on that. But for right now, you know, 5 flower points isn't really going to cut it for right now. So that's going to be my first thing that I want to upgrade for right now. I think next time I'm going to be focusing on getting my BP up, because again, there are some badges that for the sake of this playthrough I must have on, especially for the tattle. So we'll get to all that as we go along. And since there's this river over here that we can't get across, we just hit the switch, and then bada bing, bada boom, a bridge is gonna, you know, flip right in like that. And also, if we keep going to the right, this should be yet another star piece. The star pieces, they're gonna be, if I haven't said this already, they're gonna be really useful in regards to badges. So you know, it's one of the stuff that you can, maybe the only thing you can get, but the star pieces are gonna help me in, you know, getting the badges that I want to get later on. There's a mystery item that's also returned from the first game, the fire flower, but the mystery will allow you to you use it, and then you get a random item. It could be either good or bad, depending on the situation. So there's that, and also it only works in the battle, or during battle. So there's also that. So we made it to Petalburg. This is the little town that is in the middle of the Petal Meadows, but you know, it's home to Koopas. Where are you? You ask. This is Petalburg. Sorry, it's been such a long time since we've had visitors here. We're kind of remote. Jeopardy! Once that dragon Hooktail was spotted flying around this area, well, it didn't help tourism. Put it that way. People just stopped visiting because dragons eat people's heads off and be nasty. Dragon Hooktail. That must have been that huge thing we saw earlier, Mario. So it's called Hooktail, huh? Ooh, scary. Scary name. So anyways, Green Boots, have you ever heard of these things called crystal stars? We're on this quest to find them. It's very important. Crystal stars, you say? Nope, can't say that I have. Sorry about that. You might want to speak to the mayor, though. He's old. Really, really old. And there's one thing that the movie Finding Nemo's told me. Turtles can live for a very long time, and if you're saying that this mayor of the town is really, really old, I bet he still sounds like a surfer guy. Oh well. As such, we know he knows all kinds of stuff we don't. Koopas of his age are really smart. Anyways, the mayor lives in that pink house up ahead. You should go check it out. Pink house. It sounds totally hideous, but it should be easy to find. Thanks for your help. Alright, so here we are in Petalburg. We're like barely into this part, but here's the inn. I don't really need to use it since we just leveled up, but it's there if you somewhat need it. And here there's also a shop. I believe each shop in the game are different. They sell different items, but you can also say if you store an item, you can withdraw it at any different store. Doesn't have to be the same store that you stored it in. So there's that. And we also have a few new items. I want to make sure my inventory is incredibly full. But I think I want to use the storage option for right now because I want to store my horsetail for right now. And also I want to... I'll get rid of one mushroom because I know that we're going to get... Just my guts tell me that we're going to get a lot more mushrooms later on. But, let's see here. I'll get the courage shell because that could come in very handy. Say if I really need to boost my defense, just for emergency sakes. There is one thing that you can do. I believe it relates to the shop in Rogueport and this shop right here. If you buy the courage shell right here and then sell it at Rogueport, I believe. I don't know. I might not be getting this fact right, but I know that you can sell the courage shell from a different store. And you can actually make a profit off of it. It's a small profit, but it's there. I'm General White. I'm a Bob-omb, and I have lost my hopes and dreams. I live in solitude always. I must apologize, but I ask that you leave me alone. Alright, ma'am. Leave you alone. I mean, it wouldn't hurt to bite us, right? Alright, so there are some dialogue here that just... Alright, there's a lot of characters and NPCs that I could talk to, but that was just to eat up a lot of time, and I'm not going to do that. Ew. What's with this guy, huh? He grosses me out just being near this weirdo. Alright, fine, whatever. His name is Dupree, I think. He's this icky guy who tries to sweet talk everybody. There, no more. Alright, so this guy will just flirt with Goombella, but... Which I think I should talk to him, because... he does give some pretty nice dialogue, but he's got some he's got an accent which I don't want to try and pronounce or just trying to make my own accent out of this. So I'll just let the dialogue scroll on by itself. I don't think I'll be talking to this guy every time we see him. I think this will just be a one-time thing, because you won't see me you won't see me in this playthrough talking to every single NPC that we come across. That and there are some, like with that blooper boss that we fought in the last part, there were some attacks that he had that I didn't show off. I'm also not gonna guarantee you guys that I'm gonna show off every single attack from every single enemy. Alright, so we found the house, but for right now, let's keep going. We found the house. We'll just come back to it. Hi there, folks. Did you come to this village to look for the treasure of Hooktail's castle? Well, that Hooktail is one tough cookie. Alright. So, that we just keep going east, and here's the reason why we have to go to the house. The old stronghold called Shhwonk Fortress lies ahead. A stone creature lives there. At least, it might live there. This gate is to keep it out. My job is guarding this gate. Alright. So that means we can't go. We can't get there. I think we need the This obviously means we have to go to this mayor's house. Yeah, let's see. Let's just go in here. If he's old, oh, okay, he's really old. So everything that I knew from Finding Nemo is a lie. And that's he's older than maybe he did teach me. Maybe he's like older than 150 years old. Maybe it's times 10 that, and that'd be insane. All right, so we got some a long piece of dialogue, which I'll go ahead and read starting now. Go on, do what you will. But as you can plainly see, there's nothing to steal from here. Just, no. Oh, I guess I have a little money. Take it, you fiends. And my antique shell, too. Just leave the photos of me and the missus. Can't do without those memories. What? Not thieves, you say? Well, what's your story, then? Oh, wait, you folks are looking for crystal stars. Well, didn't you pipe up before? You idiot. What? Well, we're here. We're just wasting time here. The crystal stars, you say, you're hunting. Wait. What did I hear about those dang things again? Ah, I got it. Hooktail. Hooktail's got what you're looking for. It's this enormous, ordinary dragon. Eats folks, they say. You know Hooktail, right? Yeah, we do. Well, we've heard it a few times now. Well, this Hooktail's brutal fly snackings have all of us pinned in needles. So, you reckless fools, I read, are you gallant heroes off to rough it up? You got it. This does sound promising. Voice crack, whoops. Why, if you get rid of us, Hooktail, we'll shower you with gratitude and rewards. Wait, what's that I hear? You accept no reward? I didn't say that. What an unselfish man. You're noble indeed. Yep, a good egg now. What'd you say your name was again? Murphy. That's a fine name. Yes, a fine name indeed. Well done, Murphy. The name is Mario. I appreciate that, Murphy. They're nice eyebrows. Now listen up. If you're intent on going to Hooktail's castle to find the secret pipe to this village. I don't know where it's at, but I know you need stone keys to use that pipe. They're separate words. The keys are somewhere in Shawonk Fortress. Just past the village, get them first. Well then, Murphy, get going and take care of that Hooktail monster. Now, in case if you're paying attention to dialogue, and which I wasn't when I first played this game, there's some stone keys that you have to go to the Shawonk Forest. You have to get those 2 stone keys, and then you gotta come back all the way to where you see Hooktail's castle in the background. And with those 2 stone keys, you slot them in those 2 areas that you see at the very beginning. So you have to backcheck. There's no areas beyond the Shawonk Fortress that you have to go to. And also, let me quickly pull this up. This is the mailbox SP, and this is where the mail stuff comes in. Sometimes you'll get mail like this. Professor Frankly's telling us that. I'll briefly shorten this up, but what Frankly's really telling us right here is that if there's some boss battles, because there's enemies that you only get to battle for a certain period of time, and if you never tattle them, and you come to Professor Frankly's trash bin right here, you can pick up scraps of the tattle. So that means, say if you never tattled the blooper boss, you can come back to, or you can go to Frankly's house and just look in the trash bin, and you get the tattle for blooper for free. So there's that. Also the RDM registration. Direct mail. I never tend to pay attention to most of the mail that you get through here, but I'm pretty sure there's some interesting dialogue and some backstories that you can get through here. RDM registration. Like with the NPCs and the boss or all the enemy attacks, you're not gonna guarantee to see me. To little to less, you're not gonna see me going over all the stuff. An old strong forest called Shawonk Fortress lies ahead, and so you live there. No, this is the same thing. But if the mayor says it's okay, I'll let you pass. Careful out there, though. Excuse me. Well, I beg your pardon. Wait a moment, please. Yeah, nice hoodie. I like people wear hoodies. They're like from the hood. Oh, not even a pun. Pardon me for yelling like that. I was panicking. Where to begin? My name's Coops. I heard you're traveling to Hooktail's castle. So anyway, I have a favor to ask. Uh, n- n- well, oh, just forget it. Never mind. Ignore me. Goodbye. Okay, that was weird. What do you think that was all about? Talk about issues. I don't know. You just in this dang world, you just can't fail to just speak. You just gotta just talk and just don't hold back. And just try and be as fluent as you can when doing it. So we got a start piece. Again, gonna be nice for a collection. Got 7 already. The more the merrier. And there's gonna be a lot of enemies, so that means a lot of cutting. Oh, and also there's a new enemy, so let me see here. I'll keep looking up or I'll finish off the Goomba, and then we'll get into the new enemy here. And plus, we'll get to see its attack, so, for once. That's Koopa Troopa. They've been around forever. Gotta respect their longevity. Their shows are hard, but flip them over and the defense drops to 0. And you know how to flip them over, right? Just jump on their heads. What? There's no... there's no little Magic XP thing? Well, anyways, the Magic XP for Koopa Troopa is 4, attack power is 2, defense power is 1, but if you knock them over, they become defense power of 0. Just like this, and just, he's down. And we could rebuild our star point count that we got because of that last level up. Alright, and more coins too. The coins are also going to come into factor, just like the star pieces. And just trying to collect everything in the game. Alright, so I believe that's all the new stuff for right now, but so we're just gonna keep heading on right and just having to battle a few enemies here and there. Alright, nothing too difficult there. Just that one thing I do want to bring up is that these little areas right here, and then there's a little fortress slash castle thing. Then the areas that we're going to get to, this is going to be a longer area, but in the next screen over to the right, it'll be a little bit shorter than this side. Another 6 star points. Either that or it's more than the last we got, but with every one we get, it's just going to be great for us. Nothing over there, just that POW block, which it's going to be really useful for this one thing that we got coming up inside this little castle area. This is part of Schwank Fortress. We got a couple pedestals here, that's it. Looks pretty decent, but this place is actually insanely old. Did you know that? I'd say it was built around 1,000 years ago. Yep. What vibrant ruins. Alright. Nope, it just won't open. I wonder what we should do. Yeah. Press A instead of X. Do everything. Alright. So they weren't just stones, they were just gargoyle things. Alright, so let's just go ahead and tattle them. Bald clefts. You can also do a stylish if you want, right after that. That's a bald clef. Basically a rock monster with a swarthy looking face. This is kind of mean, but bald guys. Really, they just don't do it for me. Alright. Max XP 2, attack power 1, defense power is 2. Yeah, this guy is rock solid. Fire doesn't even hurt it, so Fire Flower won't do much. It might be best to attack with, say, a power block, which is what we just got. So we just you could just use the Power Smash, but it's a whole lot easier to just use the power block. Just one shot, one kill with that. And with that, we got this time we get a little bit more star points with just 10. And it's pretty good for a mandatory battle. Because by beating those guys, we get the open way to the next area. And this is what I mean by the area's getting a little bit smaller. Well, not really that small, but you'll see why. It's a little bit smaller than the last area. during that battle, I wanted to use one of my fire flowers, which just to speed things up a little bit. No, that'll be that. Check some of these bushes. I don't think there's anything in this area. So yeah, as opposed to that last area where there's 3 battles, I think there's only 2 in this area. Might be wrong on that, but annotations have my back. With every single battle, we get more star points, and also we have some more audience in the crowd. I believe, correct me if I'm wrong on this, but you can keep doing stylish attacks and just keep nailing your action commands, and your audience will grow even bigger and bigger. So if you want a bigger crowd quick, then that's what you want to. That's what you want to do. This is part of Schwank Fortress. We got a couple posters here. That's it. Still to archaeologists, this place is a gold mine. I gotta come back sometime. Oh, whoops! I accidentally pressed X again. This is part of Schwank Fortress. You got pet. Oh, it just says the same thing, whether if I move up there or not. Alright, so just like last time, we have to battle more guys again. This time it's different. And it did say that the battles, or not the battles, but like after that Koopa, I said there weren't going to be more, but these are the only 2 new encounters after that Koopa in this one area. That's a bristle, solely covered in spikes. They're so prickly. Master XP 2, attack power is 1, defense is 4. Wow. And they're impervious to fire, so no good with the power smash. Even trying to get close enough will whack it with a hammer is dangerous. Dang, so they're completely covered. Seriously, the spikes will totally pop out. So since you can't jump on it or use your hammer, you better use an item. Oh gee, I wonder what item we could use. It's the only one we can use. So luckily, you can either use the power block, or if you don't have one, you can always run away and just retreat and go get one. But, you know, before this area, they gave you a power block, so you're good. Just go ahead and use that. And just like that. They're all down. And also, there's some sets that from the stage itself that can, on occasion, just fall down and, you know, crush either Mario and company or the enemies for just 1 damage. So you gotta stay on your toes on that occasion. Alright, so I believe there's 2 enemies again. Now I think about it, maybe it's 2 enemy, or 2 field enemies for each section. Dang, I'm in a kind of a tough spot here, because I don't want the Spiky Goomba to use that fire flower, and the Goombella doesn't have enough attack power to take down that Koopa in just 1 shot. So I think I could use the other fire flower, but for right now, let's use that mystery and see what we can get. Let's be a little unique here. And if I don't get anything good from it, then yeah, it's not really anything that good. So that means I'm gonna have to use the fire flower. But what we got right now is that was a gradual syrup. You use it during the battle, and then for 10 turns, you'll get, like, I believe it's either 1 or 2 flower points each turn. It's useful for, say, if you are in if you're in a battle that is where you're just going flower point heavy. So that's a good thing. So that means I'm forced to use the fire flower, because I don't want to find myself taking damage. Because yeah, plus then I can come around a lot more items later on. Because I don't know if it's just me or not, but I always find myself running low on items. Because, you know, they're just here and there. And, you know, if you keep using items, then it helps with emptying your inventory. Alright. 8 star points. That should be our last battle for quite some time. A little bit. Alright, so this is new. We have a heart block. These are back from the first game, but they work a little bit differently. By differently, I mean they work exactly the same as they did in the first game. They restore Mario and Ko's flower points and heart points to full. Unfortunately, they won't restore star points. However, unfortunately, they won't do that, and it'll cost you a few coins So be ready to pay. So that's the one thing that I'm not really liking about that. So I'm gonna skip out on that instead. We're just gonna go through this next castle here. So this is a nice thwomp here, looking nice. So this is our stopping point for this video. Till next time for part 2 of the chapter 1, as we're going to be talking to this little thing right here, and just trying to find those keystones. So till then, I'll see you guys next time.